This is the final Blumberg Digital webinar for this year. And I am so happy that you came because we've got some amazing things to take up, some things that are very time critical. So I think it's very, very good that you're here for those of you that made it. Now, we're going to make this recording available. So share it around. I mean, the things that we're going to take up are extremely crucial. How many of you want to have a rip roar in 2024? Raise your hand. You want to have a rip roar in 2024? Good. Got double hands up over there, Dr. Simon. Excellent. And you all deserve it. That said, there are some massive things that you need to be preparing for. And some of it is some work. That's true. Some of it's going to require some work and attention. What I can tell you is that a lot of people are not going to be prepared for this. And that's unfortunate. It might be fortunate for you from a business perspective in that you'll be out in front of the pack when it comes to competitive offerings in your area. Okay, that's good on you. Good on you to be out there. And you might be a whole lot busier than other people. I think from a business perspective, that's a good thing. What is not going to be good is that because of some things that are going to be changing, finding a dentist on Google is going to be a lot more difficult. And as such, people who need a dentist are going to have to work a little bit harder for it. And people who need dentistry might not see dentistry as much as they have been because of a Google update that's coming. I'm going to talk about that Google update. I did touch on it in the last webinar. This is critical. And if you want to be out in front and at the top of organic search means it's not paid for. You're appearing towards the top or near the top. If you want to be up towards the top or at the top of Google search, there's some things you need to get ready for before March of 2024. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about some other great things too. There are some holiday things to prepare for. There are some successes, some client successes. I got Dr. Salvatore who sent me a video for y'all. He couldn't be on the chat here. Let's see. Is it ready? Yes, it is. How many of you have seen that things have slowed down a little bit? Raise your hand. You've seen things slowing down a little bit. Raise your hand. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got a lot of you. Okay. Put it in the chat. Why do you think that is? I got inflation. I think that's a big one. It's affecting me personally. It's affecting everybody here personally. It's affecting our patients. Good. Lack of proper marketing. Look at you, Karen. Sickness, I would definitely say. Economy, transitional period. Look at that. Dr. Stets, 100%. Flu season and holiday travels. Yeah. Tracy, that's just common distractions. 100%. Holidays coming up. People are already in it. Black Friday hit. I don't know if you guys did. How many of you did a Black Friday special? Raise your hand if you did a Black Friday special. If you're smart, you did. But yeah, holidays are coming up. Recession impending. Yeah, I think that's spot on, Tamara. Good to see you, Tamara. There's a lot of distraction out there, as has been the case for the last 3.5 years. Oh my gosh, when are we going to get a break? I mean, geez, when are we going to just focus on things that we have to get sorted out? But yes, there's a lot of external noise. That is all correct. I want to take something up that I think is a great message from Dr. Salvatore. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Dr. Salvatore is one of our Blumberg Digital clients, has been for almost 3 years now. We got started with us, not doing too poorly at about $350,000 a month. I mean, having come on board at MGE with 3 dentists, they were doing about $100,000 a month, and then they bumped it up. So I think that's great. This month, it's not finished. They have today before they close it out. Well, so far today, they're at $835,000 for the month. Who would like some of their secrets? Raise your hand. You want some secrets? You want some tips? Okay. I think there's a lot to be said for these points. I'm just going to let the man speak. Now, I haven't even seen the video. I literally just downloaded. Don't even know what he's going to say. I said, can you give some tips to some people who probably need and want it? We're going to hear what he has to say.
Hey guys, it's Rich Salvatore from Salvatore Dental. I just wanted to kind of share with you some wins and some successful actions that we've recently had at our practice. Thankfully, we're in our highest month ever right now. To give you a little bit of a gauge on where we are, last year we averaged about $500 a month, and then this month we're not even done with the day. We're at $835. So it's been our goal for a long time to get to 800, and somehow this month we've crushed that goal. And honestly, the action items that I wanted to talk with you is we've worked with Dan and Blumberg, of course. In the last 2 months, we've increased our marketing. We increased more on social media, Facebook for paid ads, I believe Instagram. as well, and some Google AdWords. And then we're doing a lot of our actual just organic social media. So we have a lot of fun stuff on TikTok. We do a ton of before and after photos. We kind of intersperse those. We're getting a lot of reactions and interactions with our patients there. The older crowd, believe it or not, they love the TikTok. They love all the stupid dances and things that we do. But then we have big cases that come in, big full arch cases that mention they found us on TikTok and they like our personality and they feel like they're going to be comfortable with us. So we do get big cases even from those kind of fun videos. And then we're using Blumberg Digital and Dan specifically for all of our before and afters. We're doing a lot of testimonials. We trained one of my managers, Kathleen, so she's doing the testimonials now, so it doesn't require me to be in the room, and it's actually more comfortable for the patient because they can speak a little more freely about how they feel about the process and how they feel about me. It's kind of awkward when I'm asked saying, tell me about this and that, and they're got to talk about me in front of them. So that's been a super successful action. She took a class or two with Dan. He went over, she bought the mic, she bought a couple odds and ends. She uses the iPhone, sends it over to Dan. He's got an editor with Bloomberg. They edit it all, they send it back to us. So we got some nice longer videos for YouTube, things we can show patients while they're here. And then we did cut them up for reels on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So really just keeping a high ARC with patients, with the team. We've got really good team members here, we're all working well together, and just making sure that we have our attention on pro survival. We're pushing out everything we can that's positive, and then thankfully things are coming right back at us. So hopefully everyone's doing well. There's a lot of scariness that's out there about how bad the economy is and how bad it's going to be, but at MGE and with help from Dan and his team at Bloomberg, we can disagree with the environment. So that's what we're doing here at Salvatore Dental. We're making sure that we don't agree with everything that's going down, and our numbers are higher than ever, thankfully, and our tone level's also super high. So hopefully that helps, guys. Thanks so much.
Let's go ahead and give them a big hand. Well done, Salvatore team. That's Beth, that's Kathleen, that's Dr. Vera, Dr. Rich. Really the whole team at Salvatore Dental. I'm gonna make a point here on the last thing that he just said, disagreeing with what's going on externally. I'm going to tell you, easier said than done, but it starts with a mindset. There's always going to be stuff going on externally that you cannot control, whether it's the economy, war overseas, what's happening with that person's job, that person's paycheck, that person's personal life. All of those things are outside of your immediate and direct control. What, therefore, can you control? Well, you can control your outlook. You can control your message within the practice. You can make it a fun and engaging environment. You can make it the place that I want to go as your employee. I look forward to going to work because I know it's such a great environment. I know that we're going to have fun. I know that we're going to work hard, but I know that we're going to have some fun. Tamara, there you are with Dr. Dylan team. Literally is their motto. Work hard, play hard. And they do both. They do both. They actually have a great time, but they get the job done. They keep negativity out of the practice. They do not have discussions while the person's sitting there with their hygienist. The hygienist is not discussing the economy, bad news, war overseas, any of these things. It's a positive message. And the patients themselves feel, oh my gosh, I come to this place, it's a dentist, and I actually am enjoying myself. What is going on? This is a byproduct of you doing your job properly. That's the first step. Get your head right. Get your head right. Get your team's head right. Make it fun. Make it a great place to work. Second point, disagree with the environment. Disagree with the environment. The environment right now is challenging. And I'm telling you this, everybody grab your helmet and put it on right now. I want to see your hands reach up and grab that helmet and put it on because we got 2024 coming. And I'm telling you, you're going to need that helmet and a seatbelt. It's coming. But guess what? Bacteria and decay marches on despite what happens in the economy externally with that patient and their personal life. Bacteria and decay marches on. You have job security. Now, whether or not you are sleeping well and easily, or if you got a little bit of a stingy stomach and a little bit nervous, well, that depends on what you do here and now. You get your head right, you get your team right, you disagree with everything externally, and you focus. You pour the coals on your purpose. Put it in the chat. What's your purpose? What's your purpose? Put it in the chat. You better know. And if you don't know, work it out right now. We're going to sculpt it. We're going to get our collective wisdom here to nail down our purpose. And while you guys do that, I just got to read this from Liliana Bernardini. Sorry, Dan, we're not experiencing slows. We are fortunate this year to be the busiest ever. We don't have any opening until second part of January, thanks to Marketing Blumberg and our team. I'm so happy to hear that. And for those of you that are succeeding and doing well, you just keep rocking it. But you are all going to do the same drill right now. What is the purpose of your practice? Put it in the chat. Oh, I like that one, Dr. Stets. Happy, healthy patients who come back for recare and refer others. Love that one. Here's another one from Gary. Improve the dental health of our patients. I think that's good. We're gonna make this big and complete to help patients. Sure, Tamara. Good. Our purpose is to make sure our patients are healthy and happy and keep coming back. Here's another one. That's great, Dr. Abernathy. Provide exceptional service and not have enough room in the waiting room for patients to sit. Love that. Here's another one from Jazz. To give patient confidence in their smile. Love that. Here's another one. To help our patients have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Love that one. Great one, Nikita. To ensure dental health and dental knowledge for all our patients. Love it. To help patients get healthier. Good. PJ, good. To help our patients feel empowered to take control over their own oral health, even when not in our office. I love that. Hey, we got Dr. Larry here. Good to see you, Dr. Larry. Get patients healthy and patients refer their friends and family. Those are two very key points. Get patients healthy and patients refer their friends and family. Right on. Make a difference or a different level of dental care. Oh, I like that one too. Good. I'm going to give you one I want you to think with. A purpose for your practice is to get patients knowledgeable about the importance of oral health, who take advantage of your dental services, who, as a result of having done so, have healthy, happy smiles, all to the end result of being fully paid up for any outstanding treatment, returning for said treatment, and referring friends and family for their newfound awareness of the necessity of oral health and having found the practice that's going to fit their needs for the rest of their life. I want you guys to think from start to finish, from soup to nuts. People sometimes don't understand soup to nuts. That's referring to your meal and nothing else. Soup is the first course. Nuts is generally the final course. If you're in Europe, you know that. You get fruit and nuts for dessert. Not like what we do here in America, tiramisu and about 19 other things, different pies and stuff. Soup to nuts, from the start of the process to the end of the process. I want you to take everything that you see here in this chat, amalgamate that into your purpose, and get your patients to go, oh, that's what this is all about. And then you make that purpose burn bright. Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I'm talking about. Thumbs up if you understand what I'm talking about. Good. And where do you start with that? You start first with you. You're sitting here. You get that worked out. Sculpting your purpose. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Yeah, you got to make a paycheck. Sure. Yeah, you got to put a crown on. You got to do implants. You got to put a veneer on. All that is true. But it all aligns to an overriding purpose. You get that purpose established, stated, and then you get that grooved in with your whole crew so that when your crew comes in, regardless of what's happening in their life, how much sleep they got the night before, they go, oh, yeah, that's right. That's why we're here. We're here to take people out of pain and discomfort, not just about dental procedures, but about the whole subject of dentistry. It is a painful subject just for most people to think about going to the dentist. Nobody likes to do it. There are a couple freaks out there that like needles and drills, right? But by and large, most people don't like going to the dentist. We're going to take that perception and we're going to change that perception. We're going to make it a place to be, a good place to be. And when people come in, you guys raise your hands right now. How many of you have patients that come in and they give you hugs and it's good to see you and they don't mind being back at all? They actually enjoy you as a team. Raise your hands. Right. So important. That's the office vibe. That's the office vibe. And you guys do a great job at it. Get your purpose sculpted. I don't care if you chant that purpose every morning. I just don't care a bit. I want you and your team to be there for your patients and your prospective patients. That's a big part of it. So now we have to get that purpose burning bright and glowing in your community. You got to get that purpose and that message out. And that's marketing. Now, you heard what Dr. Rich Salvatore has been doing with us at Blumberg Digital. There's two aspects to marketing, and I want you all to do that. One part of marketing is get people to drive them to your profiles. That would be your Google AdWords strategy, your search engine optimization, being found, organically rather than on a paid search. You're at the top. SEO, that's your social media channels. It's a big one now. That's your Google business profile. That's your, that's all these things. So how are they finding you? That's marketing is going to get them to there. Now, the second part of marketing, which is the most important part, because if you spent all this money to get them to achieve the first part and you don't do the second part, you've just wasted a ton of money. Like, it's all wasted. I want you to think about how much you spent on marketing this year. Every one of you, think about how much you spent on marketing. Get that number in your mind. Some of you, that's a big number. I know with Dr. Salvatore and team, I think we're up to about $50,000 a month in marketing between Google budgets, implant funnel, all this. I mean, it's a lot of money. Maybe it's 40, don't know. But how many of you would spend 40 or 50 to make 830? Raise your hand. Yeah, that's just good business. That's just good business. But think about how much you spent on marketing and be very aware of this right now. This is the time that marketing companies go hunting, and they're going to call you, or your marketing company sucks. We've done a full analysis and your flux capacitor is totally out of whack. And they throw out all sorts of terms that you have no idea what they're talking about. Do not change your marketing. I don't care if it's with another company. Don't change it to me. Don't change it to Blumberg Digital. Do not change it to us unless you've analyzed your marketing fully to make sure that that is in fact what you need to do. A number of you here have heard me say this, and I see the shock in your eyes. Dan, I'm telling you, I'm ready to move over. And I'm saying, no, I'm not taking you. I'm not changing a thing until we look into your marketing, because we don't do that here at Blumberg Digital. We do this we created this company to make sure that you're getting a result, not to acquire a bunch of clients and try to hold on to you for a bunch of months so that we can make some money out of it. This is not our approach. Make sure that you are standing ready and you're looking into your marketing and judging it. But you should know how much you spent this last year on marketing. I want you to get that picture. You spend all that money on marketing, put all that money into a wheelbarrow, pour lighter fluid all over it right now, light it on fire and get your hands warm. That's what's going to happen if you don't do this second part of marketing. And it's actually a different subject. It's actually called PR, public relations, which is separate from marketing. But if your PR is poor, such as you don't have enough reviews, you don't have good reviews, if you are not getting reviews on a routine basis, Google doesn't believe that you're still good. You've been good in the past, but it doesn't believe you still are good. You might have been getting reviews. Okay, good. We're the most reviewed practice in the area. Hoo-hoo. That's done. No, you are not done by any stretch of the imagination. Google needs to see not only that you got good reviews and you got a lot of them, but that you're getting them on a routine basis. You continue to get them. That, there are 4 elements involved in your search engine optimization. Actually, now 5. With regards to your reviews alone, there's over 230 elements on search engine optimization. 5 of them have to do with your reviews. Your rating, that's 1. How many total? That's 2. How frequently you add them, that is 3. 4, are you answering them? Now, I just want to ask on that point, how many of you monitor the number of reviews that you get weekly? Raise your hands. Ooh, Dr. Stets, good. Well, a lot of you, look at you. Excellent. How many of you are answering your reviews as they come in? Good and bad. You got to answer good and bad. Oh, look at you. We got a bunch of people here doing it the right way. Excellent. You've got to do that. It tells Google that you're engaged, that you're in communication with your reviewing public. And that means a lot to Google. Of those, the most important of those is how frequently you add reviews. That's all part of public relations. And it's a second aspect of marketing, but it's actually a separate subject. Marketing drives people to your website, drives people to your Google business profile, drives people to your social media. But now what? Well, you better have good reviews. You better have before and after photos. You better have some vibey photos that show your practice. You better have a lot of spirit and energy and culture, practice culture, that I can snoop you, because I'm going to snoop you. I'm going to snoop you before I call you. I can snoop you on my own terms, on my own time, and go, wait a minute. Oh, and what other people? Oh, look at that testimonial. Oh, look at that before and after on those veneers. And what the heck is a veneer? I don't know, but boy, that looks a lot better. That's public relations. So tied in and so close to marketing. But if you don't have both of those, you're spending money to drive people to your profile, and then they bounce. It's a technical term in online marketing. It's called a bounce rate. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of a bounce rate. Maybe you didn't even know what it was. Bounce rate. Bounce. They get to your website, they get to your profile, and they leave within a certain period of time. On your website, somebody gets there and they leave within about 8 seconds. That is a negative hit on you with Google. Now, there are people going to bounce. It's going to happen. But if you've got a high bounce rate, it negatively affects you. That's why your website needs to be a strong, sticky website. People get there and they go, ooh, this is kind of cool. Even if they don't go forward, they go, that's pretty sexy. And that's why we designed this Blumberg Digital Platform with the website and the review management platform and quick ways to answer easy, do all your social media postings from one login. That's why we did this. That's why we did this, not just to find some other element of business. We didn't want to get into website development, just so you know, we hated that idea. But because so few companies understand the marketing elements necessary to make your website sticky, that's why we did it. So we did it. And those of you who are doing it, you're loving it. And I'm so happy to hear that. Marketing is a two-part process, which is truly marketing first and then public relations. Thumbs up if you understand that point. Good. Now I got some shout outs for some wins that came in. And I'm just going to do this too for the team of Blumberg Digital. I don't do this enough, but I want to thank them. They're all here right now. And what is special to me is that I told the team of Blumberg Digital, I said, listen, these aren't just my clients, they're my friends. Take care of them because they're my friends. They're my friends before they're my clients. And they trust me, and therefore they trust us. And to you guys at Blumberg Digital, you take care and you have that personal touch, and I really appreciate you. And I just want to acknowledge you in front of all these clients because I think it's amazing what you do. So thank you all for that. Would you guys join me in just giving them an acknowledgement and a hand for that? Because I think they really, really deserve that. Thank you. All right. So, okay, Dr. Witt and team, $160,000 in last week's production. That's 4 working days. Well done. Augustina, that's your client. Nice job. Dr. Trevetti, $18,088 from 9 of the new patients they got last week. Fantastic. Also his highest ever since on those stats. Got $18,000 from a person from Facebook. Facebook can be kind of a funny one. That's awesome job there. Dr. Koipale and team. Nice job, Dr. Koipale. Hitting their goal of getting over 50 new patients for the last 3 months. Nice. Busier than ever. Phone's been ringing off the hook. Good job, Dr. Koipale. Dr. Mansfield's office. Wow. I just got to show you this. Dr. Mansfield, been a client of ours for a couple of years. Big shout out to their team. Okay, highest ever collections, $212,000. Highest ever since September 2021. Asked them what changed this last month. They said doctor was on fire and was selling treatment like crazy. Look at that stat. Give Dr. Mansfield and team a big hand on that one. Nice job. And then on digital reactivation, so it's our most inexpensive, well, not most inexpensive, but it's, yeah, probably most inexpensive service. About $1,500 a month plus $500 in texting fees in most cases. These clients, I want to just give a shout out. Dr. Witt made $71,000 from your digital reactivation campaign. What it is, it's a communication. We do different campaigns. I think they're doing a holiday special campaign, just good communication out to your patients. First starts with reactivation, but then it moves over to whatever you want. Dr. Perry, last campaign, $55,000 last month. Nice job, Dr. Perry and team. Salvatore Dental, part of what they did, November campaign brought in $26,000 and still has 24 patients scheduled to arrive from the campaign they did. Nice job. Dr. Gecht, last campaign brought in almost $22,000. Good job, Dr. Gecht and team. Dr. Sharma collected over $34,000 on the last campaign with 19 more patients still scheduled to arrive. Good job. Dr. Moss and TrueView Dental team, in their last campaign, they collected $14,000 with more patients scheduled to arrive. Nice job. Dr. Giovanni, brand new client to MGE and Blumberg Digital. Their last campaign has brought in over $18,000 with 10 patients still scheduled to arrive. Campaign before that, they brought in over $47,000. That was the first month of digital reactivation. Nice job, team. Dr. Giovanni and team. Palm Harbor Premier Dental. That's Dr. Arvind Philemon's second practice down here in Florida. October broke $40,000 and their September campaign was over $37,000. Nice job, guys. And Liliana just said, we haven't closed a month, and this is the hugest month ever in production and collections. We hit our goals in every aspect: reviews, new patients, reactivations. Thank you. You're part of our success. Awesome. So glad to hear it, Liliana and Dr. Bernadidi. Well done for both of you. Okay, good. I'm going to get on to some key points to talk about. How are we doing so far? Interesting, kind of. Get on with it. This sucks. Okay. And no thumbs down, no thumbs down. Okay, I'm going to tell you this, the big update from Google. If you're going to tune in to one thing on this webinar, you're going to hear this, please. Scheduled for March of 2024. Google is battling AI, artificial intelligence. And it's not a battle like Google has a problem with AI. Google is using AI, doesn't have a problem with AI as a broad general subject. Google does have a problem in that a person can false represent themselves as an authority in a field, stating knowledge that is not theirs. And I want you to just think with this. I could go on to ChatGPT right now. I tried to do it in the last webinar and it didn't like it when I did it. Somebody put in the chat a subject that you would think would be good for me to, something about dentistry. I'm not a dentist. I'm not clinical. So I would like you to put in the chat a subject that you think it'd be good for me to talk about. I got smile makeovers from Dr. Abernathy. Keep it going. You're going to see where I go with this, and you're going to understand why AI is already dangerous. You've heard that it's dangerous by Elon and a couple other people. I'm going to share my screen. I want you all to understand the danger of this. I am not clinical. Please craft a social media message to patients presenting me as a top dentist who handles dental implants. Please show how much I know about the subject and position me as the specialist they should choose. I am a dentist in Clearwater, Florida, and I would like this optimized for all social media channels and for organic SEO. I'm going to read it out loud. Elevate your smile with expertise. Hello, Clearwater. Dr. Brown here, your go-to expert for cutting-edge dental implants. Why choose me for your dental implant journey? Well, expertise matters. With years of specialized training, I'm your seasoned pro in dental implantology. From single tooth to full mouth restorations, I've got you covered. Now, we've got top-notch technology. Embrace innovation. My practice is equipped with the latest tech for precise implant placement and optimal results. Your smile deserves nothing but the best, and I'm it. Now, patient-centric care is a key part of our practice. Your comfort is my priority. I offer personalized consultations, guiding you through every step of the process. Let's make your dental experience enjoyable. Now, knowledge is power. Stay informed. I'm committed to patient education. Follow me for insightful tips and updates on dental health, because a well-informed patient is a happy patient. Rave reviews. Just look at our reviews. They're coming shortly, but they'll be available soon. Don't just take my word for it. Check out the glowing reviews from satisfied patients that are coming soon. Your trust means the world to me. Ready to transform your smile? Schedule your consultation with me now. Contact my cell phone number. Thumbs up if you understand the danger of ChatGPT and AI. Google doesn't like that either. Google doesn't like that a non-authority can position themselves as an authority. I could go into such specifics now. I could say, good, now go deeper into the subject of what an implant is and describe the process. In fact, watch this. This is how scary AI could be. And that's why you need to really make sure you're doing due diligence on the companies you choose. The above is great. Can you lay out an article to post on my website describing the process of a full mouth rehabilitation for patients in dentistry using implants? Please make this 1,200 words. Watch this. I'm just going to go to the surgical phase right now. The surgical phase involves the precise placement of dental implants into the jawbone. This is a minimally invasive procedure conducted under local anesthesia, ensuring your comfort throughout. Now, after the implant placement, a period of healing begins. I could just read all this stuff on a teleprompter, and I sound like a pro. Why does Google hate this? Google hates that a person who is a non-authority can all of a sudden sound like an authority. There is danger in that. Anybody in the following categories is subject to the update in Google coming in 2024 that's going to discredit any material that is not directly from an actual authority. Now, understand what I just said. If you are in science, if you are in the arts, if you are in medical, everybody do this. Yeah, you're in medical. Everybody do that. Point to the people in medical. You're in medical. So in order to be an actual authority, that has to be linked to the authority. Put in the chat, who's the top authority in the practice? Put in the chat, the doctor, the dentist, yep. And that extends to the hygienist, also certified and licensed. And that actually applies to assistants to some degree. Doctors, you need to have video, and you need to have your videos on all the basic topics. You need to take something like this. Now, we've already got this crafted. For those of you interested, that's our Blumberg Digital Platform. One aspect is the content. We didn't know that this was coming. We didn't know AI was coming. I mean, that platform has been in development for over 7 years for $3 million busted into it. And we did this for SEO. We didn't do this to combat AI, but we have all the most commonly searched for questions on Google regarding dentistry. And we have scripts where you have one of your staff members ask you that question, the most commonly asked for question on Google on the subject of implants, veneers, fillings, dental cleanings. We have all those questions, and you just have to answer the question. You have to kind of include the question in your answer so we don't have the staff member's question on there. At that point, you talk such as, what is a dental implant? Well, we probably have 60 doctors on this here right now. I could ask you all that question and you would all answer it generally the same, but absolutely different. It would be unique content. Everybody say this out loud. Unique content. Everybody say it out loud. Unique content means it's not written by a copywriter. It's not plagiarized from one website to the other. This is common practice for dental marketing companies. They just take it and they cut and paste and they make a couple changes and they send it to you. How's that look? And you're like, oh, that sounds pretty good. I'll pick a couple changes. Well, it fails a plagiarism test. There is what's called duplicative content check that is done by Google across your website to see if that content exists in 80% or more in any other website. And guess what? You had a copywriter do it. And a copywriter can only answer that question so many different times before they're basically repeating themselves. So even if you had a copywriter, not an AI, somebody just asked, would you recommend our marketing company to use AI to create content for our SEO? Absolutely not, Karen. It's got to be content sourced directly to the doctor and hygienist and assistant. Now, watch this. Doctors, raise your hand if you find that you might have some constraints time-wise to produce 1,200 words per page on your website, if that might be a problem for you to personally write 1,200 words per page. Raise your hand. Said everybody. And if you got that kind of time, then we need to talk because your schedule's way too empty. So what do? We get you to record that on video. What's a dental implant? What are the steps to get a dental implant? Does a dental implant hurt? We've got all the questions. These are the most commonly searched for questions on Google. We've got all those questions. You just simply answer them on video. And you answer them naturally like you do with a patient. We don't care what you look like. We don't care how much makeup you got. We don't care if you put on a couple pounds. We don't care a little bit. The same person who walks in the operatory to talk to the patients. Yeah, you right now. You do this all the time. But now we're going to capture it on video. What we do is we take the video, we edit it up, take out the stumbles, we chop that out. We upload it to YouTube on your YouTube channel. We transcribe the whole thing. We code it for your website. We put the video and the transcription on your website. Now Google knows, wait a minute, that's the person on the video. That's the text that links to that practice. That's an authority. That's a real bona fide content piece right there. Whether you have our platform or you don't have our platform, you better get busy on this right now. Now, good news. We all speak at about 250 words a minute. I speak at about 300 to 350 words a minute. And that's, I know I'm a bit of a nut that way, but the average person speaks at about 250 words a minute. If I get you to speak for 5 minutes, how many words is that? Put it in the chat. If I get you to speak for 5 minutes, answering a series of questions, how many words is that going to be? Yeah, 1,250 words. Great. High ranking for SEO. That's how you rank. Now, is it going to basically be the same answer as the other 59 doctors here? Yeah. Basically, it's going to convey the same concept to me as a patient, but it will be unique. There will be enough variance in it that there's no possible way that would be duplicative content. That would be original content. My challenge to all of you on the platform, you've heard me say it. I'm going to tell you again, 2 videos per week. I want you to do 2 of our interview scripts per week. It takes 5 to 7 minutes. Assistants, office managers, you walk in, hey, Tamara, Dr. Dill is on it, right? He's on it. He even made an announcement on Maverick's Aces chat. He's been knocking out videos all week long because he's going to have original, high-ranking, organic content. Everybody who does not have original content is not going to be high-ranking first quarter of next year, second quarter of next year. So that's a tip. Thumbs up if you got that point. We're going to get on to some other things. I want to tell you about scams. Scams are happening right now. Some of you are seeing these come up in your Facebook Messenger. Your page has been found to be in violation of blah, blah, blah. And it appears to come from Meta. Do not click that link. Do not click that link. Do not log in. That is not Facebook. It looks just like Facebook. Do not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Do not put your credentials in there. The Facebook scams that have happened this year are to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. They get access to your account. They go in, they use your credit card. They do a bunch of ads for another client. Facebook is hush-hush about this. I don't know why, but they should be sending messages out. Do not send anything. But what happens is your credit card company, you could dispute the change. But then what happens is your Facebook account gets locked down. It's happened to a number of our clients. Do not click anything. Your page has been found to be in violation. Hey, are you this? click here to verify. We're doing a two-step verification. Do not touch that. Thumbs up if you understand what I just said. Okay, please spread the word. These hacks are unreal. The way it actually appears to be Meta and Facebook and Instagram, don't go there. Go to your Meta login specifically, or your Facebook page or your Instagram page specifically. Check for messages through your official login. On that point, I do want to, while you're thinking about questions, if you got one, I do want to say this. Doctor owners, do not give out your login details for your social media accounts. I'm going to tell you this. If one of your staff members hits the lottery and moves to Peru and says, hey, I'm done with life. I just made $62 million and I'm going to live happily in Peru. There's a chance that they might not be bothered to send you your login details. Okay. That could happen because they're busy sipping drinks with umbrellas on the beach. Okay. And there are other circumstances that could keep you from getting login details. Do not give your login details out. What we do on our digital marketing platform is we have a centralized tool where you can do all your posts from one login. So you don't need to log into 6 different things. You don't need to log into YouTube. You don't need to log into Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All this stuff is actually built in, and you can delegate platform logins without delegating your social media login. So use that for those of you that are on the platform. If you're not, get a tool that does centralized postings and delegate out access to that and that alone. Thumbs up if you understand that point. Going to get into some cool stuff. I'm going to recommend a couple things for you to consider for holiday specials. Now, I know a lot of you are, well, I don't want to be a special. I'm not a special person. I'm not about, doing specials. Totally cool. Totally cool. Specials are used to get a person to move. What does a Black Friday special do? Black Friday special gets you to consider something that you've been considering and getting you to finally get up off the couch and make a move. And it works. You should have them too. Now, it doesn't always have to be discounted stuff, but it does have to be special. It needs to be time limited. So it has to be a time-sensitive offer. I can't just get it. I have to move now to get it. I can't just get it anytime. I have to move now to get it if I want it now. So I want you to think with this. This is very important. Give me a time-limited special to move now in order to get something done. So I got a couple for you. Holiday specific. Here we go. So you should be able to see my screen. Highly technical Microsoft Word document. I'm going to zoom in on it. Okay. Some calls to action. Snowy Smiles whitening package. Unwrap a brighter, wider smile this season. Our Snowy Smiles package includes a professional teeth whitening treatment at a festive discount. Shine bright at every holiday gathering. Now, what you want to do is instead of give the price, you want to give the discounted amount. How many of you have a new patient special? Raise your hand. You got a new patient special? Raise your hand if you got a new patient special. Okay, if you don't have one, you should have. A new patient special is simply to get a person who's a fee-for-service type. They don't have insurance, or insurance isn't a big deal to them. So they're going to be paying for it personally. And because of that, they want a discount. Yes, you will get the occasional shopper, right? You're going to get the shoppers, the one-stoppers, right? They practice hop. I call them practice hoppers. They take advantage of the new patient special at each practice. You're going to have that. There's no way around it. And I'm sorry that it happens. But you're also going to be able to grab some people and retain some people. And that's what you want to do. You want to retain people. You want to give the discounted amount. So if you have a new patient special, say you're cleaning, exam, and x-rays, and it can just be this. It can be exam and x-rays rather than a cleaning, because sometimes somebody can come in and they're not eligible for a cleaning because they've got, SRP, they've got a bunch of work, they've got gum disease that needs to be addressed. So you can't actually do the cleaning. So exam and x-rays, $49. Good. Normally, give the full price of x-rays and full price of exam. Normally, $349. Save $300. Oh my gosh. I want to save. How many of you would like to save $300? Raise your hand. You'd like to save $300. Raise your hand if you'd like to save $300. Good. Me too. So that communicates. So don't just put $49. It gives me nothing to compare to. Good mistletoe checkup and cleaning. Ensure your smile is ready for that special mistletoe moment. Schedule a comprehensive checkup and cleaning with us, and enjoy fresh breath and a healthy, confident smile all season long. I love that one. All right. Jingle all the way to Invisalign. Straighten your teeth with the gift of Invisalign. Embrace a new smile discreetly and comfortably. Schedule a consultation and jingle all the way to a straighter, more confident you. I like that one. Festive Family Dental Day. Now, this would be if you wanted to do some events and stuff like that. And you could do a party or you could do a gathering. This is kind of stuff tomorrow you guys might want to do, like a family day, bring out the hot chocolate and the hot apple cider and that sort of thing. Celebrate the holidays with Family Dental Day, special discounts on checkups for the whole family. because smiles are meant to be shared, and so are healthy teeth. Get fun and creative with that one. Tamara, you and the team do wonders with that kind of stuff. If you guys need help on creative ideas on how to make that a little bit more sexy, because I would want to make that a little bit more sexy, go ahead and shoot me an email on that one. My email for everybody here is danb@mgeonline.com. danb@mgeonline.com. Good. Candy cane cavity prevention workshop. And that could be candy cane cavity prevention exam or whatever. Join us for a fun and educational workshop on cavity prevention. Learn how to enjoy holiday treats without harming your teeth. Plus, kids receive a special holiday dental goodie bag. And in that dental goodie bag, there better be some sweets. I'm telling you, if you want to bring out the kids. All right. Holiday stress relief oral spa. Treat yourself this season with our holiday stress relief oral spa package. Pamper your smile with a soothing dental spa experience, including a cleaning, massage, and aromatherapy, because your smile deserves a vacation too. Thought that was fun. New year, new smile resolution. Kick off the new year with the resolution for a healthier, happier smile. Schedule a consultation to discuss your smile goals, and let's create a personalized treatment plan for a radiant new you. Good. So if any of you want those, you just email me. I'll send you the text on that. That said, I want to know what specials you guys got going on. And Tamara, come front and center if you got some stuff that you want to share.
Of course, we always have the Bright New season with the Bright New Smile. We have a Zoom special going on that we really encourage our hygienists to be pushing out. So that's been
what is that special? Tell me what the actual details are. Give us the deets on these specials, Tamara.
So on the flyer, I do put $100 off. Your Bright New.
That's good. But see, $100 off, that communicates to me. That's like yummy. Give me $100 off. I love that.
Yeah, it actually, I do place those mainly in the hygiene rooms, but I actually put them in all operatories simply because some people might have missed that Zoom special while they were here at the office. Maybe I hadn't had it put out, but I also try to put it on all social media accounts. So if they follow us on social media, they for sure get to see that. And we also send it out in a mass email. So we definitely have that going on. So that's been a fun thing. And then we have attended several parades. So that's over the years. So mainly our Zoom
special.
Tell
us what you do. Yeah, tell us about the parades. I want to hear about this. Come on, let's go.
Oh, the parades are a really big blast. I mean, we do receive new patients off that, several months afterwards. But it's a wild, fun time. All the girls, they get together, they bring their children. Not only is it just trying to get out in the community, but it's also bringing us closer. Not just, we don't just see each other at work. We get to be interacting with one another, and it's a blast. I have fun. I've dressed up as the Grinch. I've had things like, blow all over the place, but hey, we're having fun while we're doing it. So
I love it. I love it. And so how do you appear in these parades, and what do you do? I mean, I can't imagine you guys make a float out of Dr. Dill's big Ram truck.
Actually, he is part of that the parade.
Is he?
Yes. I get whoever can help me. I've had my husband drive us through the parade because I can't. Dr. Dill drives a long bed dually. So Tamara cannot drive that with a trailer. So, you get whoever you can get to help you. But we deck out a trailer. We've had several Christmas trees. I've borrowed like an antique couch before, and I was the Grinch. Had snow machines, strobe lights. I mean, the big Kidoo thing. It was really fun. I soaked a bunch of kids with a snow machine because it's bubbles. It wasn't actual snow. So they're like, what is this?
I love it.
But it's just a good experience. I mean, there is a lot of people that attend those parades, but it's not even like, some of those people may not remember us because of all the floats, but it's actually just real to me, like just being part of the community. Like I'm meeting other business owners at that before the parade. And so just being able to interact with other business owners, they may not have a dentist. And that's the way I think. So I'm always trying to talk about my practice.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And keep it going.
And like you were saying earlier, has a lot of people seen a lot of down trends, and we have, and we've not missed a beat. Still pushing flyers out like they go out in the mail, still trying to post heavier on social media, just having fun in the office, like decorating, playing music, doing speed drills, just interacting with the girls, having dress up day, pajama day. Within the past month, we've had 4 potlucks just for football. So that's been fun. It's just getting everybody on a different level of like just having fun, no matter what's going on outside the practice. It's things that you can't control or make better. And, we've got to serve our patients. And at the end of the day, you still need a dentist. You're still going to get a toothache. You still need a cleaning. So, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what kind of new patients you're seeing at average a month right now.
So before the low trend, we typically see about 180 new patients, about 180 new patients. And the past 3 months, we dropped from 189 to the 1 month was about 143. And that's emergency for us because we haven't seen that down stat in a very long time. But 143 new patients, that's still a good number. And then, so we've actually been going uptrend slowly, but we're going. So this
Nice.
month.
How many of you would like to be crashed out at 143 new patients? Raise your hand if you'd like to be crashed out at 100. Yeah. And you know what they've done is they've improved their sales skill because, it's going to get, I'm telling you right now, it's going to get interesting and that's not going to change. So you've got to increase your promotion. Everybody here, increase your promotion and all your messages out while you get your team through another round of the ABCs. And I'm going to strongly suggest everybody here schedules out January, February, March, a little refresher of the ABCs just to get your team ready so that everybody is on the same page about caring enough for the patients and making sure that they go forward with the treatment. Question came in is, where is she from? So they are in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They are Blumberg Digital clients. They do every possible service with us. And we've seen them go from about 40 new patients to 60 to 80 to 100 to 120 to 140, 180. And we're still knocking it out of the park. I'm going to tell you this is a time to increase your marketing budget and to also make sure that you are being sticky with the patients. Once they get in the door, you want to make sure that you are optimizing that opportunity to present dentistry and get the people to go forward with the treatment. Everybody give me a thumbs up if you understand what I just said. Excellent. Everybody give Tamara and team there at Nooga Dentistry a big hand. Well done. You're such a superstar, Tamara. Good. Who's got some other tips and specials that they would like to share here? We're kind of in the, care enough to share. Okay, good. So Dr. Munkall here, $199 new patient special, exam, x-rays, and prophy. Good. So now, Dr. Munkall, tell me, put it in the chat, what's the full price? So I see $199 new patient special. Full price is $239. Good. So I want you to focus on save $40. Okay, $40. Click here to save $40. Come in with this coupon, $40. Got a $99 new patient special exam and FMX Pro. Great. Good. And make sure you're not using any of these words, right? Because Prophy doesn't communicate. What do we know? Cleaning does. FMX, people aren't going to understand FMX, right? You're going to have to just say, like, it's a full mouth x-ray or whatever. And even a number of our clients at MGE will use a limited exam and x-ray, So they're not really committing to a certain amount of time. And so $49 or $99 new, limited exam and cleaning or limited exam and x-rays gives you that option so that if at the time you decide to go forward with that person and want to do more service and include that in it, that's up to you, but that's a call. Good. What other, somebody raise their hand or chime in. What else you got going on? Good, Dimitri. $199 new patient special, saving $236. Good. So Dimitri, $236 discount. Click here. Call today to save $236, limited time special. And then what you want to do is you want to make it a limited time special. Maybe next month, it's a different amount, right? And you're running a different special. Good. All right. We've got $370 Canadian new patient special cleaning exam. Canada, as you well know, you got to be kind of sensitive on those specials because if it applies to one, it applies to everybody. Interesting you got there in Canada, but good on you. I love that. 432 is the full, 370 is the special. Make sure you're highlighting the discounted amount, like save X amount. In this case, we'd be talking about save over $60. Great. Could anybody else have anything to volunteer? I want to hear from you and your team. What are you guys doing to make the holiday period fun, festive? What are you doing to be involved in your community? Talk about that. Yeah, unmute. There you go.
Okay, so right now we have a raffle going for our for Google reviews to all of our patients. We are doing 2 basketball tickets, Syracuse basketball game with a big game. Who is
It's
it?
with
Is
Notre
it
Dame.
Notre Dame?
A rival team.
And
In the 100 section, which is a
yes.
good section.
So we're doing 2
Nice.
basketball tickets, and we sent an email to all of our patients, and we're just getting Google reviews without even asking them personally. We're just they're coming in. They're coming in, yeah. And then for our team,
it.
we have a game going that if our team meets a certain amount, how much is it?
35 new Google reviews by the end of the
35.
year.
And then they will get a shopping spree. So
Ooh,
a good incentive for both
Nice.
patients and staff. So that's what we have.
love it. Love it. Give them a hand, everybody. Well done. Nice job, team. And I'm just going to tell you, like, if I worked there, that would make my day more interesting and more fun. And my patients would be like, wow, these people are real people. What does basketball have to do with dentistry? Absolutely nothing. What does it have to do with family dentistry? Absolutely everything. Good job, team. Good job. Good. Who else has some good, fun stuff going on? Raise your hand. Okay, good. Kenneth, we're doing a Christmas sweater promo. Wear your Christmas sweater and post on social for a teeth whitening tray. I love that. I love that. Awesome. Awesome. Good job. All right. Well, I'm going to give you something to look at. Tamara, you got something else for me?
Well, I was
Unmute
just going
for
to
me.
say, as I was started the meeting, our y'all's meeting always starts during our lunch break here at my office.
Yeah.
So we got to have a grab bag, and everyone gets a $50 gift card to somewhere, and I grabbed Target. So
That is awesome.
yeah, so we hit a review goal, and not only did we get to do a grab bag, that was a small goal. That was, I mean, we hit that quickly. We wanted the grab bag because I've gotten Lululemon before, and that's really what my heart desired, but I'm happy with Target. But we also are, if we hit our next goal, which I 100% know we're going to hit just in 2 days, we get $100 shopping spree. And not only do we get $100 shopping spree, I pray that we get a bonus because I will be rolling in some shopping money.
I love it. Good. So let's talk about this. First of all, I want to share where they're at now. When Nooga Dentistry came to MGE at about 35 reviews, and they were right next door to a practice that had 800 reviews. And Dr. Dill's like, what's the point? I mean, it's impossible. Like, they're at 800, we're at 35. I get the importance of it. But he said, listen, I believe you and your system. I'm going to put it in place. If there's one thing you want to take away from like people like Dr. Salvatore, Dr. Dill says, my key to success with MGE is I just do what they tell me. Sometimes I don't even understand it at the time. Now that I'm through the power program, I now do, but I didn't at the time. But I just do what they tell me, and I've never been steered wrong. I just want to show you this with Dr. Dill and Tamara and team. This is where they're at. Everybody have a gander. They've gone from 35 reviews to, give that a hand. Give that a hand, please. Everybody. That is just amazing. And so tell me about your games, Tamara. What's the games? Tell me a little bit about you just got that game. You just won that game, but what was the game? And you said it was a quick game.
They were, so our office manager, Chelsea, she was like, hey guys, we're going to have to pump out some reviews. And so like everybody was pumping out reviews. I think the incentive is like having fun, like pumping your staff members up. Like, I mean, it's Christmas time here at Nooga Dentistry. So like, we're festive right now, and like just getting people in the spirit and getting them in the mood, and like letting them know like how important it is. We've received tons of new patients off of, let alone just the reviews that people tell us. I mean, I read the reviews online. I wanted to come to your practice. And so making sure that you're staying active with that. I mean, it's a blast doing it. And our girls here are very competitive. I'm competitive. So it's just fun. You put a game in place when things seem stagnant and no one's like having fun and everybody's just going through the motions. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. We're going to have fun.
Fantastic.
So,
and tomorrow, tell me a little bit about what is the process to, that I'm a staff member there. I just got hired at Nooga Dentistry. I don't know how to get reviews. What are you going to teach me to do? What is your process to get all these reviews?
Anyone that's ever hired here, we actually talk to them about how big we are on like reviews, postcards, this are, like how important those things are. They may not seem important. We firstly tell them like why they're important. And then we go through the steps, like this is how you ask, this is what we're going to say. And if they say like, oh, I don't have a Google account, can I do this later? And be like, well, man, we're going to have to do something about that. It'll just take 1 minute. And I mean, I helped them set up a Google account. I'm not ashamed. You need to be with the times.
So let's do it right now. I'm the patient. I just came in. You're going to be the staff member. I'm done with my treatment. What's the process?
Dan, I see that you got your teeth cleaned today. How'd your appointment go?
Yes. Yeah, great. I mean, you know me. I was sweating bullets coming into here, but I'll tell you, you guys did a good job and I survived.
Man, I'm so glad you survived and, you made it. That makes me so happy. So how about this, Dan? I'm so happy that you survived and you made it. One thing I'd like to ask you, we're really big on reviews here. And I mean, I never buy a product without reading the reviews. And I would assume a lot of people do. One thing
Same
we like
here.
to ask, yeah. Well, I'd like to just ask, would you like to leave us a review today? It would greatly be appreciated. And we'd like to let other patients know that you survived and that we put the seal on it.
Well, I'd love to tomorrow. I got to get back to work. I got to stop and get some lunch somewhere. I haven't figured out where to go, but maybe next time.
Oh, well, won't take long at all, actually. And I can help you get off to lunch as quick as possible. It really just takes 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't even know what to do. It's been a long time since I left a review. I don't even know what to do.
Let me help you out. If you don't mind me looking at your phone, I can walk you through the steps and it's a quick process.
Sure. Boom. How'd she do? Thumbs up, thumbs medium, thumbs down. How'd she do? Yeah, absolutely a thumbs up. Listen, it's tone level. First thing is her tone level. She's high tone. She's fun. She's engaged. She's not sitting there nervous. Oh, well, one thing we really like, I've been told that we need to get reviews and, she's not begging. She's having fun with it. So great job. Just like that. I'm going to make a mention here. I want to share a little bit more with you about the practice culture that they have going on. A lot of this is credited to Tamara because she's really taken the training and done well with it. But I want you to just look at the Google business profile. Okay. There is stuff in here that really says, yeah, we are a team. We appreciate the people here. We're spirited. There's Dr. Dill on Halloween and his assistants, a Jelly Belly. And here they are, Christmas spirit and a baby molar award. Just that they're family oriented. There's Dr. Dill and there's tons of stuff. I mean, you could really see that it's not a real serious practice here. Let me just show you. They really do have things that make you go, gosh, this is a place for me. This is a place for my family. They're just real people. Dr. Dill, he's super serious, Tell Dr. Dill the truth about your flossing habits or draw 25 Uno cards, spirited, fun. That's how to show an operatory right there. Or like that, you can tell she's smiling. There's chest bumping. And if you feel like, okay, this is too loose, this is, we're far more conservative with it, fine, then you do you. But this is how the team is. If people have a problem with how spirited they are, then that's good because they're not going to be a good fit there because this is what the team's like. The team is festive. The team is upbeat. The team is very, very much like this. And the team is very much into the team, really enjoys each other. And it's evident that they are with and for each other. I wanted to show you this, Dr. Dill, on Halloween. There's one specific point I want to show you everybody here, but just look how many photos. I can absolutely snoop this practice and get a feel for what the patients think, how they are, that it's a family practice. That's one of the doctors there, this kid. And I know that I'm in the right spot. I know that this is more than just a dentist. This is, and they get results with before and after photos. Thumbs up if you're learning a little bit here. Thumbs up if you're getting some ideas here. This is a way for me to sample the practice at 11:30 at night and know that my little girl is going to be just fine there. This is a way for me to know they take care of their team and that their team is really a team and they're real people and they care about the personalized experience. I think there's a lot to learn. I'd like this, Michelle, if you wouldn't mind, put Blumberg Digital's links to our social media. I want all of you to see what we do is we feature stuff on our Blumberg Digital channels, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And what we do is we repost your stuff that's really cool so that you can see what everybody else is doing. So Michelle, if you could just put links to the social media channels of our YouTube channel, of our Facebook channel, of our Instagram channel, and anything else that would be good, because we do this not to promote ourselves. Just so you know, we don't really do any promotion. Blumberg Digital doesn't do any external promotion. We're by and large a referral base. You kind of got to get invited to Blumberg Digital. You got to be of a certain, if you're not a certain type of practice, then it's probably not a good fit. And we're going to tell you, you might want to go look over here at this marketing company or that marketing company. So we do these channels for you to learn and for you to follow along. Anybody else have anything else that they'd like to add or ask about? Here we got Tracy. We have a 2-tier goal for our team. If we meet our goal on reviews for the year, team gets to a dinner together. Great. Team member with the most will receive a $50 gift card as well. I love that. I also loved, somebody shared this in one of the past meetings. They have a bag, a Muslim bag, just, like it's just a cloth bag. And they got a bunch of poker chips in it. And if a single team member gets 3 reviews in one fiscal week, meaning Monday to Thursday or Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday or Monday to Sunday, whatever, they get 3 reviews, they get to draw a poker chip, a wooden poker chip out of that bag. Poker chip could be $5. It could be a $10. It could be a $20. It could be a $50. And they even have a $100 one in there. We had one of our clients tell me about this idea. And one of their staff members got 9 reviews in 1 week, got to draw out of the bag, and made a collective amount of $220 in 1 week. What do you think that staff member is doing with their friends, with other people, a fellow hygienist, a fellow assistant that works in another practice? They're telling them about how awesome their work environment is. So, not even my idea. I'm not taking credit for it. So share your ideas. We love that. We are 9 minutes away from the end of this. I'm going to open this up for question and answer period. Any other questions, question, answer, anything you want to volunteer? I'm going to touch on this point right now. In life, there is always going to be a challenge or a series of challenges, a failure or a series of failures, loss or a series of losses. Raise your hand if you've had challenges, failures, and or losses. So life is made of those as well. Not solely and only, thankfully. Life is a series of freedoms and barriers. And Mr. Hubbard lays this all out exactly in a chapter called Life as a Game. Awesome. Highly recommend it. But in doing so, if you guys remember from the ABC seminars, there's the KRC triangle. Who can remember what K, R, and C stand for? Put it in the chat. You got ARC, right? Affinity, reality, and communication, but KRC. Who can remember what that stands for? But in the whole subject and the section of K, R, and C, still waiting for answers. Somebody's got to know it. K, R, and C. We know affinity, reality, communication is ARC. Oh, look at you go. There you go, Dr. Stets. Dr. Krakowski, right? Knowledge, responsibility, and control. Knowledge, responsibility, and control. If you're out of control in some area of your life, you are missing 1 or 2 of those other corners. You either have insufficient knowledge and or insufficient responsibility. You have not taken responsibility for something and or you have insufficient knowledge on how to control it. You want to increase your control on any area of life as a parent, as a bicyclist, as a piano player. You have to increase 1 or both of the other 2 corners. Your knowledge of and or your responsibility for learning the piano, learning to be a parent. But in doing so, if you remember, we taught you in the ABCs, part of life is you are going to have losses. So Mr. Hubbard made a recommendation. Put it in the chat if you can remember what he says to do about the losses and what did he say to do about the gains and the wins. He said, you're going to have losses and you're going to have gains and wins. What do you do with the losses? You long timers at MGE, what do you do about the losses and what do you do about the wins? Ignore the losses, celebrate and reinforce the wins. That's right, Dr. Stets. Ignore the losses. You got to ignore the losses. Now, you certainly can win from them. You can learn from them, but we don't dwell on the losses. They happen. That's all part of it. And you go, gosh, well, I'm not going to do that again. Oh, I made a bad decision, chose the wrong marketing company, made a wrong choice, made a switch you shouldn't have. Okay, well, learn from that. I don't beat myself up about it. I don't go, boosh, that's not going to help anybody. And you celebrate and reinforce the gains. You celebrate and reinforce the gains. So ignore the losses and make the wins firm. Spot on, like exactly verbatim, Dr. Abernathy. The way we make the wins firm is we celebrate them. We talk about them. That's why at every MGE seminar, we always get you to talk about the wins. Think about this. You go through a day, you service 30 patients between hygiene and production. One goes terribly wrong. Maybe it's the one kind of trouble one and it always goes wrong. Or maybe you blew it. Maybe you messed up. Maybe one of your team members messed up. You hadn't eaten. You chewed up the patient when you should have, probably had a snack. Okay. But when you go home that night, do you think about the 29 that you helped? Or do you think about the one that you didn't? And I'm going to tell you right now, too many of us will dwell on the one that we mishandled, dwell on the one that got away, dwell on the case that we didn't close, instead of go, wait a minute, hold on. I helped 29 people today. So I want you all to do a drill with me. Try this. It's called pat yourself on the back. Get used to that. Everybody do it. I want to see everybody doing it. Pat yourself on the back. Just pat yourself on the back, just like that. Yeah. Celebrate your wins. Reinforce your gains. You are every part of what makes your life right. And you can also discipline yourself to, rather than dwell on the losses and the failures and the challenges, learn from them. That's all. So I hope that was helpful. And we all need to hear that. So remind others. This is a season that is kind of rough for some people. They go through challenges. They don't have family that they used to have. They don't have pets they used to have. They're more lonely and that can be rough. So I want you to tell people, I want you to get used to this, and I want you to do this drill. I want you to practice complimenting at least 3 people a day on what they do well in life. Can I get a thumb up on that? Go around and actively compliment people of what they do well. Acknowledge it. Don't be weird about it. But just go and say, you know what? You always smile and I love that. You're always hardworking and I just love that. I want you to get used to doing that because I don't think we get to hear that enough. And with that, I want to thank you all for being here. This is the final webinar of the year. Kind of exciting, kind of scary. This year had already gone. Oh my gosh. But I am so glad you all came. It's going to be an exciting 2024 if you listen to the things I said, especially about that video thing, okay? Especially about that. I wish you all a very, very happy holiday season and a very prosperous new year. Thank you very much for being here, and we'll see you at the next Blumberg Digital webinar.